So my name's Barlow. I'm design director on DriveClub for Evolution Studios. We've had pretty much an extra year of development since the original release date, and a lot of that was to do with what we call the dynamic menu, which is basically the way that the game kind of pushes content to the user, the way all the systems kind of interact with each other. And it was pretty good at the time, but it wasn't quite right. We had a pretty ambitious vision for the game. So we wanted to take the extra time to make it even better. Of course, that didn't affect the whole team. So what we ended up with was pretty much the entire art team with an extra year of development. And that meant that we could continue to kind of enhance and improve the engine behind the game. So the image quality has had a number of passes on it. We've added a whole bespoke anti-aliasing solution to the game. We've also added probably the biggest feature, I guess, which is a whole weather update to the game. That's going to come out as a free update post-launch before the end of the year. And it's one of the kind of the main, I guess, content drops that we're going to do for DriveClub post-launch, because we're really keen to say that that DriveClub kind of grows beyond the kind of the launch next week. You know, the launch is just the beginning for DriveClub. We're launching this as a service, and we want to open a dialogue up with the community to try and kind of continue to improve this game and make it even better. So we took a pretty bold decision early on with DriveClub to pitch it somewhere between arcade and simulation. Most games are either one or the other. It's very hard to kind of hit that middle ground. Normally, you know, you aim for those two targets and you miss them both. Like it's a difficult thing to do. But we have a lot of experience at the studio. You know, Evolution Studios has been around for over 15 years. We have a really strong racing heritage, and we felt that we were probably best placed to tackle that, if you like. So what we wanted to do was, with this being a connected experience, a shared experience, the game had to be accessible, right? It had to be pick up and play. So we made sure that we got that accessibility just right. And then because it was going to be a service, because there was going to be a big community around the game and the game was going to grow after launch, it also had to have depth to it as well. So we couldn't just have a fairly kind of arcadey handling model. It had to also have those simulation elements to it as well. So what we've got is somewhere between the two, and it's taken us a long time to get there. It's a lot of hard work to try and nail that, but we're pretty confident at the studio that we've been able to do that, and certainly like the additional development time has allowed us to further refine that. And so what we've got is something that it has a simulation basis to it, but what we're trying to do is attempt to recreate the emotional feel of racing and give each car a distinct personality, something above and beyond the simulation itself. Well, we've built DriveClub as a social connected experience, and by that we mean, like, the simple definition of social for most people is it connects to Facebook or it connects to Twitter. Like, that really isn't social. That's not what we're about. It's not what PS4 is about. Social to us is about sharing experiences with your friends. It's about having that connected experience, because we believe that winning's cool, right? It's cool to win, but it's way cooler to win with your friends, to feel part of something greater. And that's really what DriveClub's all about. So we have clubs in the game, and the clubs are 6 players. And the idea behind that is that those 6 players are really close friends. These are your real life buddies, or these are people that you play regularly with online. So they mean something to you, right? And each person in that club has a specific role. There's not hundreds or thousands of people in it where you're just kind of a cog in the machine. You have a distinct role, and there's a reason for you to take part in that. There's multiple reward streams in the game. So if you're the elite racer, if you're the person that kind of loves shaving milliseconds off your lap time and you're always at the top of the leaderboards, that's the way you're gonna earn your fame. If you're the drift guy, for example, you're gonna earn your fame that way. Or maybe you're the person that's you're not as kind of into the racing experience, but you just love cars. You love experiencing those cars. Well, we also reward you for playing different cars. There's almost like a manufacturer loyalty, if you like, in there as well. So whatever way you play, you all contribute and you all feel like you're part of something greater. Very much so. I mean, a lot of the influences for the game come from outside of racing. I play a lot of RPGs myself. I'm a big RPG gamer, mainly because I work on racing games for a living, so I don't always want to play racing games when I get home, right? So I spent a lot of time kind of looking at RPG mechanics and thinking, how can we introduce these to DriveClub? How can we, kind of lift the main driving mechanic and give it a bigger, a greater meaning, a greater relevance? And so there are some kind of RPG-like mechanics in there. The whole fame system is pretty much like an experience system, really, and there's levels in the game, and as you level up, you unlock more content, more cars, more customization assets, more assets for your club badge to help you identify yourself online. And all of that kind of feeds into these different kind of feedback loops, these multiple ways to play. So one of the things, being a first-party developer, we had exclusive access to the PlayStation 4 console. We worked directly with SCEI in Japan, and we when we first heard about what PlayStation 4 was going to be about, we were interested in the technology for sure, because it was a big, big leap. But what was almost more exciting for us was the social elements of the platform, the kind of connected experiences in the DNA of PS4, and that absolutely resonated with us for DriveClub. It meant that we could release a game that was what we wanted to make. This concept's been kicking around at Evolution for probably 10 years now, and we just didn't feel like the platform was there to support it. But with PS4, we had that platform. We had a real reason for us to release DriveClub and a platform that supported it. So what you see in DriveClub is absolutely in sync with what the PS4 offers, and I guess it's been a real joy to work with, to be honest. We don't really feel like we could have delivered DriveClub if PS4 didn't really set the bar,